Testing. Okay, I'm there. That wasn't my fault that time, everybody. Hope you're well. I hope you're all well. Welcome on in. Sunday night stream here, New Zealand time. But today, we're going to be checking out the F28 Professional, the Fokker, from Just Flight, who did provide it to me at no cost, by the way. This is going to be a bit of a review, first flightish. I've only had it for about 24 hours, so I'm still learning it, and you'll see that very clearly. But we thought we'd give it a bit of a whirl. Welcome on in, everybody. Jinky, that's a name from the past. Haven't seen you for a while. Are you good? Mayday, good to see you. Mark, hope you're well. Alan says, Just Flight, get upset at your drinking exploits. They'd encourage it, surely. Beautifully faded out. You know what to expect. Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, first flight, well, the only flight, is going to be from Auckland down to Christchurch. Keep it local. Have a look in the Discord, ! Discord. That's where the OFP is. And it's VOR only, because I just want to keep it easy for the navigation. Obviously, it's a little bit different in this aircraft. There's no doubt about it. Excuse me. So, yeah, looking forward to showing this off. I'm sure you've seen a few videos of it around. We'll do a little bit of an overview for a start, and then we'll fire it up and take it for a bit of a spin. It's an impressive aircraft, but very different. Absolutely different. Hopefully everyone can hear me. They're saying, where am I? I assume that's because of the lag on the stream. But here we go. Look good. It's at the middle of the night here, but let's go and change that for a start. We'll get rid of... okay, let's put Navigraph up there. Let's get rid of GSX. We don't need that. And let's go ahead and just change this to the daytime, just to make life just a little bit easier. There we go. Lovely. All right. Let me know in the comments if you've picked up this aircraft. Hopefully at least one of you have, and then you can kind of show me through as we go. Hold on. There's an issue right here. I can see that we have just got the Navigraph up, so let's deal with that right now. There we go. Beautiful. Here we go in the cockpit. Let's jump outside. I've got the Dash 4000 model. There's 4 models, 1, 2, 3, and 4. And I'm in the Dash 400 model. You can pick whatever one you like, really. And so I think let's take a quick look at the outside model. There's been plenty of coverage of this aircraft, but you know, it really is modelled very, very well, as you can see. Certainly an older aircraft, 50 odd years old, maybe longer. And it certainly shows in the modelling. I like it. And I like it. High quality textures. Now it comes with 4K textures, but it actually comes with an 8K pack too. So if you want to upgrade to 8K textures, you can go ahead and do it. But just lots of little details here. It's wearing out, the paint's wearing out a little bit there. It's a little bit windy here in Auckland. As you can see, the plane's just rocking away. But a very distinctive looking aircraft. You can see the rivets. Looks a bit dirty, excuse me, everybody. Excuse me. Landing gear, which is very, very slow and retracting. But yeah, high quality as you'd expect from Just Flight. With the engines mounted on the back here. The Rolls-Royce engines. They come with a hush kit, makes them a bit quieter. You can actually remove that if you want, but the sounds are quite outstanding. Got the sort of T-wings vertical stabilizer. That's the technical term for it. Ronald, how you doing? I'm still struggling with it. It is only my 3rd flight. Yeah, mate, yeah. Well, you can struggle along with me. Let's all learn together, everybody. So, yeah, externally, a lot of good things to say about it, as you'd expect from Just Flight. Let's just jump aside. Before we actually do anything, though, I'll just show you... let's go to main monitor. What you get with it is... You always get good material with it. So here goes PDFs. You get a full manual for the electronic flight bag, which I have not read all of it yet. And maybe if I did, I might know what the hell I'm doing. But the electronic flight bag, we'll go through a little bit of this in a minute. And then you get the full manual here. And so... that tells you absolutely everything about every system, so if you're unsure, you can jump in there. It also has a checklist at the bottom here, and I've actually printed off the last, I think it's just above here, the last 4 or 5 pages. I use it as a physical checklist. You also get a checklist built in to the into Microsoft Flight Simulator. This is very good, by the way. The good thing about this, obviously, is if you're not sure where something is, like, for example, battery voltage, you can throw it on here. It's not going to show me. There we go. Right there, so turning the battery on. For example, it's going to show you where it is. So that's quite good for a start. The other thing that it has is on the electronic flight bag right here. It's got a checklist. Here you go. Before starting APU, it's actually a physical checklist. So if you're comfortable finding all the different components, you can do that. But like I said, I've actually printed it off. I'll kind of do a combination because there's a few things I can't remember where to find them. But that's pretty standard. So what we'll do is, before we do anything, let's go ahead and just import our OFP. Like I said, this is sort of a funny little route. It's direct into Hamilton, Woodburn, Christchurch direct. So we'll kind of do, we'll look to do an ILS approach into 20, I think. I don't know how the heck that's going to go, boys. We'll give it a whirl. And we'll just log in here. Oh, jeez. I had actually logged in here, so I'm surprised this is asking me to do this, but let's just do it quickly. Navi. There we go. Hold on. Graph. Okay, we'll just do this and it hooks up to my account. Oops, someone's coughing in there. That's not me. It's the other pilot. 25 VT 5N. Go ahead and approve that. We'll allow them to do that, and that's going to give them access to all the charts in here, so that's kind of handy to have it in the electronic flight bag. Now, when I import it, yes, there we go, import. That's what I want to do. So that little pop-up there will then put all the right fuel, gross weight, all that sort of stuff. That will put that directly into the aircraft. So all good. So let's have a quick look around. We'll have a good look around once we're in the air too, but the as you can see, the cockpit looks very, very worn, very weathered. When I first looked at this, it's a little bit daunting, particularly if you're used to flying the Phoenix or the fly-by-wire. But actually, a lot of the checklists that you do is stuff like, check that this button works, kind of thing. Not actually, the actual startup and flow is not too bad at all. It's pretty much rev up the engines, put on the fuel. That's the simplified version. It's just really the navigation that's the key, and you've got the flight director up here. It's independent to the autopilot. Here goes your autopilot buttons. It hasn't got an auto throttle. You've got to really keep an eye on your speed. But it's got enough here to be able to get you around. But what you're going to need to do is brush up on your VOR navigation. And it had been a while since I did that. I get really lazy. So you've got to brush up on that. Make sure you know what you're doing. It's not too difficult, really. And just as I say that, I'm going to make it look really difficult. But the textures is absolutely outstanding. A lot of clickable areas, which is what it's all about. I just want to try something here, actually. Alt. Oh, yeah, that does work. And if we take a quick look out here, I'll go this way like this, into the cabin itself. You can go ahead and actually, I need to go back here, everybody. Wait on. There we go. You can go ahead and open up the door. Pretty cool. And other things you can do, I'm not going to go into it in too much detail here, but you can actually turn on the music. This is the proper call panel, all that sort of stuff, and get into it. Communicate with the cockpit. The seating configuration is a very weird 3-2, so not quite big enough for 3-3, and not too small enough for 2-2. So it looks pretty cool in there. Let's jump back into the cockpit. You can control all the doors, by the way, on the electronic flight bag. So let's take a quick look at the flight bag, then let's start this thing up and we'll go for a bit of a flight. Hi, Chris. Ducking in to say hi. Probably won't hang around. Got stuff to get done. Sweet as, mate. Good to see you. You can watch it back. Watch it back. But anyway, here goes the standard electronic flight bags. Obviously pretty standard with a lot of aircraft now. Makes life a lot easier. Open all your doors. You've got your chocks, ground power if you want to do that. And you can obviously do the different states, cold and dark, ready for takeoff and turn around. You can make announcements. So if we say,
cabin crew, arm doors and cross check.
There we go, arm doors and cross check, you little beauty. So that's kind of cool. And you also got your moving map here, which may or may not come up. Yes, it is coming up. Takes a little while. Hurry up. We're getting there. So you've got that. The aircraft one, we've got the charts which we've already been into, so we'll check those out in a minute. You've got your notes if you want to make your notes. You've got your checklist, which we've looked at. Top of descent calculator if you want to use it. And then settings. Settings just around the clock format and all that sort of stuff. But there's another settings thing in here too. If you go in here, there's heaps of different things that you can change. Like, for example, you know, if you want the interior cabin, the hush kit, which I explained before, if you want to have cockpit pilots showing, so... Well, he's not there. Maybe that's a wait for the power to turn on. Sync altimeters, state saving, pilot callouts, all that sort of stuff. So there's quite a lot of different options in here. One thing you can actually do is you can actually put GPS navigation. And here we go down here. I think it's a GNS... Oh, Mace. I think it's a GNS 530 they've thrown in there. So if you want to cheat, you can do it that way too. It's not a bad idea. In fact, it's not a bad idea for streams, but we're not going to do that today. I'm going to risk it. And that's a bad idea, probably. This is also a pushback right here. So you've got an internal pushback function, which is good. So that's going to help out. Anyway, so there we go. I like just like sense of humour. Sending you in a plane that sounds like you're swearing in New Zealand just every time you've mentioned it. 3.2 is pretty normal for me. The Fokker 100 Boeing 717s are all 3.2. Oh, nice. Oh, yeah, I got you. Seating configuration. Colin, how you doing? Sneaked in the stream in. We'll check out your review later. Sweet as, mate. Good to see you. Aviation Blend, this plane is expensive. It is. So you're going to need to decide whether you're willing to invest in it. If you're into these types of aircraft, it's the go, obviously. It's really going to be personal taste. Chris says, 1D is my favourite seat on the F100, so much legroom. There we go. Here's a tip for young players. Didn't have you down as a One Direction fan, says Alan. Chris, no, not One Direction, One Delta. Funny that. One gamer, one open. Don't nerdcore, there do go. Don't... No idea what you just said, but it was close to English. Good effort. Okay. So what we're going to do is I've actually, like I said, we've got the checklist here just in case I can't find stuff, which is highly likely. However, I've got a physical version in front of me. So we'll just go through and we'll just start things up. What you will notice is the checklist is mainly checking stuff as opposed to turning switches and stuff like that. There's a bit of switch turning. But there's a lot of other stuff too. But first thing you need to do is go ahead and turn the battery on. There we go. APU fire extinguisher test. Here's the APU. Is it this? No. We're straight in here. Where's this one? Oh, it's down here. Down here, Mace. Oh, that's right. I remember now. Right here. Come on. There we go. I'm probably not going to go through these. APU main switch on. It's just, we won't go through all the tests. How about that? But you can see that they're here. So we won't do that because we're going to be here all day otherwise. APU main switch is on. There we go. And Gen 3 switch should be off reset. There we go. Air switch should be off. It is indeed. And the air conditioning main switch is one on and one off. Just like that. Easy as that, boys. Starting the APU. So we haven't got ground power at the moment, so we're going to do APU. APU start button pressed. Here it is right here. So pushing that in. And you've got to check that the TGT and the RPM are rising, which they are indeed. Press Langy, do you be... Yeah, exactly, mate. That's what I was thinking. The checklist is mainly checking stuff. Thanks, Alan. I know I said that. I'm sticking to it. About 45 RPM, that light went out. It did indeed. Wait for these to stabilise. This will respec down. It will. And that's done. So gen switch now goes on. And master radio switch needs to go on. Which is down here. There's two of them. One thing I will do is let's get a bit of light on the situation, boys and girls. Let's grab this and turn that off because that was annoying. So there we go. So the APU is now started. So we're feeling emotional about that. Overhead panel. We're going to head and check electrical power. We're not going to check it, but you can do it down in here. And we're not going to do it. Emergency light switch arm. That's it down here. Armed. Constant speed drive. These two here have got to be guards are closed. Engines panel check. Check all your bleed air supply, your air conditioning, which is panel over here. Your anti-fall, anti-icing, it's down over here somewhere. Pitot and vane heating's right here, but we'll wait until we start moving. Pressurization panel, here it is here. What we do need while we're thinking about it is we're going to be flying today at an altitude of 28,000 feet. So let's just dial this in now. This is actually something you want to be doing later on, but I'm going to do it now while I'm thinking about it. And here's my altitude in here. My altitude is 28,000 feet, so I'll set this to 29,000 feet. There we go, lined up with the thing, so 29,000 feet. Oh, oops. So that's going to pressurize the cabin as we gain altitude, and we'll see this on this dial once we take off. Fasten seatbelts, let's throw them on. No smoking, let's throw those on too. So everything's looking good there. Glare shield panel, nav sets on, so that's over here. Put those on to DME, nav 1, nav 2. These are going to be very important. Fuel shut-off valves open. They are already open, I know that. And GPW system, which in fact is down here somewhere. Here it is. Check. Okay, central warning. Okay, so this is where you'd come over here. You do all these tests like this, guys. You make sure the steering is on, which it is. If you lift this up, you'll see that that is on. Alternate wheel brake handles are forward, which are these things here, and they are forward. CJ McHugh, how you doing? Welcome. Love it. Groundbreaking stuff, eh, Alan? Going to be interested to keep up with this in a Messerschmitt. This isn't a mega fast aircraft. Decently fast. Okay, so that's our left-hand side panel. Now we go to the left-hand instrument panel. We're just making sure all indicators are all good. I'm just going to set my altitude now while I'm thinking about it. So holding down the left-hand mouse button speeds it up. We get to 20 south even. 28, no, south even, yeah, 28,000 feet, Mace. In New Zealand, north odd, south even. Static pressure selector, normal. It is already like that, so it's fine. Compass up for DG. Compass up for DG, where's that? There, right there, that's good. Neutral pump switches, guard close. Here they are indeed. Skid control check, just press that. Here. And there. Anyway, we're not going to go through all that stuff. Who cares? All indicators. Okay, so now we're looking at the central instrument panel and pedestal. So over here, we want to make sure all indicators check. Hydraulic supply, we want to check. That's all good. Fuel pressure lights should be on. They are indeed. Here they are. Fuel filter ice lights, they're up over here. You can go ahead and check those if you want to. Engine test. We're not going to do that test. You should be doing it. You can either bright or dim these lights here. We'll have them on bright. Fuel quantity checked. Over here, yep, 3, nearly 4 on each side. Nothing in the central tanks. Lift dumpers check. These are these things here. We'll look at arming those later on, those little red buttons. And TTC switches. These things right here, they're on takeoff right now, but we'll be looking to put them into climb once we start climbing, funnily enough. Centurion Greg, welcome back, mate. Yeah, this does not have a clean or modern cockpit. That's the whole thing about it. Just got to get one started first. Speed brake check. Oop. Let's get this camera. Speed brake check. Crossfeed switch is off. It is indeed. Booster pumps check. Yep, these are these. We're leaving them off in the meantime. Line switches on or off. We'll leave all the lights off at the moment. Autopilot check. This is it down here. That's your yaw damper. That's your autopilot. We'll leave those off. Flight control lock on. Does it tell me to turn that off later on? Hopefully it does. Got to remember this gust lock here. Got to remember to turn it off. Otherwise you cannot turn anything. Alternate landing gear handle up. It is indeed. Okay, so now over on the right-hand instrument panel, once again, there's a lot of just checking to make sure everything's all good. It's the same sort of stuff here. You've got central warning and system, which is this one here. We can just quickly do it. Why not? The cabin ventilation shut-off valve is... let's just find it. Right hand. Right hand side panel. Here it is. Let's just see where it is. It does not want to show me where it is. Okay. Right hand cabin ventilation shut-off valve. No idea what that is, everybody, so we'll just ignore it. Flight recorder set. So here goes the flight recorder here. So you put the date in here, 16th, 1/6, and the trip, let's just make this 02. Why not? Flight recorder is done. Okay. We are sweet with all those checks. So we obviously didn't go through and press all the buttons you're supposed to push to check it all and stuff like that. One thing about it, I'm going to set this to heading, and I'm going to put this up to about there. Greg said, just like I don't like dirty cabs and train sim, I expect to avoid them in flight sim. Should ever play this. This is like nearly 60 years old, this aircraft, though. They haven't bloody kept it clean, though. There's no doubt about it. Okay. Right, so these are pre-departure checks now. We've got the APU running. Circuit breakers are in. We're not going to look at that. Oxygen is fine. APU air switch now needs to go on. Here it is here. We turn it on. You see everything switched there. Windshield heating switch low or off. Given the temperature, we'll put that to low, I think. Fasten seatbelts is already on, so that's good. So central warning and caution system, so you go through and you test all these different orange knobs. We're not going to do it. Skid control, we're ever done. Engine fire warning, we should test. Fuel consumed indicators. Okay, so these are these things down here, ladies and gentlemen. And you can just go ahead and go click on this and it'll change it. It will ask you to cross-check 30.8 on the weight, and that should match 30.7. There we go, 30.766, rounded up to 30.8. TT switches to take off. We already know that there's a bit of doubling up here. Nav lights on or off. I'll turn the lights, all the lights on when I go to taxi. Why is this plane oscillating? Is there something funny going in the back of the cabin? Probably. That's the thing that needs to go out, the flight recorder. Greg says, unless there's steam locomotives, because I'm put up with those, they have at least have an excuse. That's fair enough too, mate. That's fair enough. Okay, flight recorder has been set. There's a lot of doubling up here, I've got to say. Anyway, before starting engines checklist, guys. So, I mean, if we go up the top here, we did the pre-departure. Here goes all that stuff we just checked there, checking the weights, the TTT switches, all that. And after this is our before starting thingy. So, one thing you do want to check is brake pressure. Down here somewhere. I think, is this it here? Because if you don't have any, I think this could be it here. If you don't have any, it creates an issue. But it doesn't tell you, it says check it, but it doesn't say what to do. Okay, well, let's just go with that. The thing is we may not have pressure. Oh, that's how you do it. Check that. Okay. Okay, that's all good. Right, that's how you do it. All right, lovely that. Okay, parking brake is in. That's good. It's on. Pressurization has been set. We already did that. A thrust index. So these are these things over here. So at the moment they're set to 170. The aircraft, if you have a look in here, this is sort of like your, kind of like, I think it's similar to like when you derate in an Airbus or something. Not quite like that, but essentially it sets it to the right limit to allow you to take off in the conditions. Based on the conditions, the ambient conditions will set this automatically. However, in the manual, have a look, there's some charts, and you can actually like look at your altitude and the current temperature, and it will tell you what it should be. It can be like 164. The lower down it goes, it essentially gets to 170, and then that sort of, it goes, there's a few variations up to 170, then it's 170 the rest of the way. I'm not going to show you that chart, but there is a chart if you want to do it. Otherwise, it will automatically default to the correct thingy. Okay, pressurization we've done, thrust index set. Okay, so nav aids. This is the key one here, boys and girls. So I'm going to do a bit of a weird little flight here, which is not unusual for me, let's be honest. Let me just bring this up so I can see, to make sure you guys can see what I'm seeing here. Greg says, unless, yep, we've got there, Ronald, lowest 2 of the 6 dials above the throttle. Lowest 2 of the 6 dials. There we go. Thank you. Okay, so what we're going to do is unload this one. We're going to import a flight from Simbrief. And this is Auckland to Christchurch. A very simple little flight, this. I'm not going to do a departure or an arrival. So I'm going to try to keep this relatively simple. So we're taking off for 2-3. So we're going to be... So we're down here. We're going to be... taken off to the west and then making our way down to the Hamilton VOR. So Hamilton VOR is the first one. So that's the one I want to dial in 114. 114 exactly, is it? I assume. So on nav 1 I'll put in 114. There we go. And so in terms of, I did a bit of research before, so I'm going to actually do, in terms of the course, which is in here, see, so the light on means VO1's active, the light on the second one means VO2. The course I'm going to steer down here is the 133 radial. I've just kind of made that up. So we're kind of going direct down to that, direct down to that VOR. That one there. So we're going to take off. So we'll put in runway heading in our heading, which is 231. Here goes our thing down here, by the way, ladies and gentlemen. So hopefully you can see that. We'll put this around. We'll put that to 231. The good news is the pink shows you where it is. I think that's the runway. So you put runway heading in. We'll use the heading bug for a start, and then we'll put ourselves on course to the 133 radio into the Hamilton VOR. We'll deal with the second one soon. We've got a little bit of time to do that, so we'll put that in. But basically, you have your active one in here, and then you put your next VOR in the second one, and then when you get across the VOR, you select your second one, it will head you in the right direction, and then you go and tune the next one to your next one. So you're constantly tuning in the VORs to tell the airplane where to put you, which is obviously a lot different to the A320, which will just follow the magenta line. So that's all good. So that's our nav aids thus set. Now it's going to be a bit of fun to see whether this works. Wish me luck. Okay, takeoff data, we've done that. So the great thing about this aircraft, it's got call out, so it's going to call out my V speeds, etc. Ground locks removed. Okay, so let's get rid of that right now. And let's get rid of the chocks right here. Now, a bit nervous about, so essentially what will happen is I've got this pitch set to about 7.5 here. Should probably be 10 actually. And you just use the pitch really to control your speed. You want to be around, under 200 while the flaps are extended. Then you can pull the flaps up, and then you can accelerate to 250 and climb at 250 basically. I found it quite tricky last time I did it though. I have to admit it was a little bit tricky. And had a few issues just maintaining speed and pitch and stuff like that. So I had to play around a little bit with this. So we'll just see how we go here. Anyway, we're cleared for start, everybody. Ground locks off, windows and doors are closed. And so we're going to go ahead and turn on our anti-collision switches. I just did something there. Don't know what it was. Actually, one thinking about it, you click on this here, CG, and that automatically sets your trim, your takeoff trim. So it's nice and easy. Okay, so collision lights right here. They go on. Throttle levers are at idle. They are indeed. HP view levers are shut. They are indeed. Booster pump switches need to go on. 1, 2, 3, 4. The middle two stay off. And now we go ahead and turn on our starter master, which is down here. We turn that on. And we're going to do engine number 2. So we just click it across to the right until this light comes on. We get back down here. And we're looking for our pressure here to get up close to 20. So just watch that. There's 2 settings down here on the fuel introduction valve. I don't know technically what it's called. The HP fuel valve, in fact. So it's there. I'll put it up to start. That's really going to rev up now. And we're going to get that light's indicating that the ignition's happening. So we zoom back over here, boys. I don't think it actually turns. No, it doesn't. There you go. Learn something every day. So once this either gets to 400 degrees on the TGT or 50% on our HP, we then put this through to auto. So we'll just wait for that to zoom up. And there we go. That's at 400. Boom. We are good to go. Beautiful. So we'll wait for those to go up and just check that everything. We've got oil pressures in the green. Fuel temperature lowest 2. Yep, we're good, we're good. Okay, so there we go, engine number 2. So same again, engine number 1, pretty straightforward. Just put the dial across, the little switch starter goes on. We have a look down here, and here it goes, starting to spool up. We're looking for it to get to 15 to 20. So far so good, ladies and gentlemen. And there we go, close enough. Let's get it up to start. That's really starting to rev up now. We're feeling exceptionally emotional about the whole situation. And waiting, that's over 30. Waiting for this temperature to get up to 400. So this to 400 or that to 50. Whatever comes first, then you get on your get that HP valve up to auto. It's taking a little while. And then it really goes. There we go. Introduce it. Beautiful. Okay. Oil pressure's in the green. That's good. PSI. Yep. Everything is good. Okay. And that's how you start the engines, ladies and gentlemen. It's actually not too hard. That bit of it. Central warning caution lights should be off. They are indeed. HP valve levers should be open, which they are. Both of them are. Fuel pressure lights should be out. No lights on. That's good. Igniter lights should be out. It is. Starter master switch now needs to go off. There we go. Generator lights should be out. They are indeed. Gen switched off. Gen 3 switch off. That's the APU. APU air switch off. There it is. Air conditioning main switches both on. There we go. AC and DC check. It's down here. Let's just say it's good. Anti-ice, we know what's going on there. It's fine. Both low. Windshield heating low. That's fine. We won't put any pitot. I suppose, yes, we'll put our pitot on now. These lights go out. Hydraulic supply check. Looking good. Electric pumps off. Flight controls lights out. Flaps set. So my flaps are 11 degrees. I'll just use my joysticks. There we go. Made it before Mace left. Yes, boy. Heaps of time, mate. You know that. So there we go. So that's a good engine start. We're looking good. Feeling great about that. Okay. Taxiing. Flight instruments. Check and set. Yes, we've got altitude set. 28,000. We're good. We're on heading up here. We've got our runway heading in our dial. That's good. Trim is set. We've already done that automatically. Tank indicators are black. They are indeed. And flaps are 11 degrees. Great. Crew briefing. Well, you can go up here and you can go... No, not there. Not there yet. Okay, so that's pretty much everything on that checklist. Let's just quickly run this down after starting. Yep, that's good. Okay, we are now ready to taxi, everybody. What a bloody miracle. So far, so good. Now, we're outside. Looks like outside around about 29:30. So we'll back and put the tail to the left. So let's go ahead and get this sorted. So let's go ahead and say, can you do this? And go back. Now, if you want. Whoa. Push back now. It does not want to push me back, everybody. Let's put the parking brake on. Connect might be the go. Now do it. There we go. Okay, it's a trick for young players, ladies and gentlemen. That is a trick for young players. As you can see, pretty cool setup. A lot of fun. I'll start to move that tail around to the left. The other left. The sounds on this thing are very cool. Oh, we've got our tow suddenly arrived. That's awesome. Things are looking good. I think we just need to get rid of that and should just be this one now and do that. No, that doesn't work, everybody. Good to know. Alright. Crew briefing has been complete. Serve beer. Kiss our ass goodbye. All that sort of stuff. Okay. I think we can probably stop our tow there. Get that. He can take off. Weather radar can probably go. I don't think it works actually. Put it on standby. I don't think it works. Who knows? Who knows, boys and girls? The external sound when it takes off is amazing, though I'm glad they didn't fly in real life anymore. No, I'm hearing you. Let's go ahead and taxi everybody. And imagine sitting at the back there by the engines. That would be insane. Okay, so far so good, everybody. Managed to get this sorted. Managed to successfully start the aircraft, which is a bloody miracle in itself. But like I said, the other thing that these guys have put together, which is actually bloody good, they've put some tutorial videos together. There's 4 of them. It goes through every phase of flight, and they are outstanding. I watched all of them. They're very, very good. And then, of course, you've got the really comprehensive manuals and also the checklist. So, you know, things are really good. Plenty of help. It is definitely takes a lot to get used to. This is going to be really interesting as we start to climb out. Because I just don't think I quite nailed the procedure there, but we'll give it a go, and we can learn together. Okay. Mayday's in his Fokker too. What a beautiful day here in Auckland. We'll keep telling ourselves that. Okay, taxiing. I think this is Taxiway Alpha, I think. There's only two of them, Alpha and Bravo, I think. I can't remember. So we'll make our way up here to the taxiway, then we'll set ourselves up for departures, a few things we need to do. Then we're going to have to just kind of do a bit of field navigation. Bit of a line up here of people. Okay. So when we take off, so one thing we've got to do is check our brake temperature. Let's just do that now. Good. There's no problem with that at all. Let's just put our parking brake on. Your damping switch has got to go in. Might as well do it now. APU, we might as well turn that off now. APU off. Lift dumpers armed. That's these things down here, these red dots that you just saw. Yaw damping we're done. Transponder on or standby. We'll go ahead and put it on. There it is over there. Okay, let's just takes up here a very busy night here in Auckland. Good morning, John. How you going? So the idea here, ladies and gentlemen, is we're going to fly the one. So we're going to depart out to the west, turn around, and then intercept that pink line. Essentially, it's not actually quite that. It's actually just past the pink line, and that's a 133. Hold on, Mace. 133 radial. Where did I get that from, Mace? Maybe it should be. Maybe the 146 would make more sense. In fact, that's from there. Oh, hold on, what is it down to here? 313. Oh, no, there it is. 133 degrees. Oh, yeah, there it is, yeah. Yeah, 133. So what I'm going to do is fly round here, intercept the 133, then fly down to the Hamilton VOR. That's the plan, ladies and gentlemen. Love the sound in this thing. Love it. So yeah, it's a heck of a lot of fun flying something completely different, that's for sure, as Cole takes off. So we'll line up. We'll do our final little checks there that we need to do. We'll let the cabin crew over here know to sit down. Oh, right here, actually. I love the little call outs, they're really cool. Lining up here on runway 23. I'll just throw the parking brake on just right now. Okay, yaw damping good, love to flight controls check. Yep, brake temperature's fine, APU is off. Okay, so let's go ahead and turn all our lights on now, ladies and gentlemen. Landing lights can go on flare, they can go on. Well, I should have a taxi light on, I forgot. We'll go ahead and do this one, strobe and nav. They are the key. Transponder is on. Landing lights. Check out the lights here. Pretty cool looking lights. Okay, so when we fire it up and go through, we want to get our this through to 100. And once that's at 100, that's the right thrust that we need there. So we'll go ahead and take off our parking brake, holding in the brake, Nice and slowly spooling up. You see that dial starting to work its way up towards 100. And
Power set.
there we go. We get the power set notification from the co-pilot. And we are away. It's quite sensitive.
80 knots.
80, check. This is flight beam NZAA, by the way. Running down the motorway.
Rotate.
Rotate. Let's go, mate. Okay. We're up. A little bit. No.
Climb. Gear up.
Gear up. Just looking to maintain that 10 degrees there, ladies and gentlemen. A little bit of wind. That got me up nice and easily. And we're looking at our speed. It's heading towards... We'll get our indication to put our flaps up soon. Before around 200.
Flaps up.
There it goes. Retract the flaps. We'll just maintain runway heading at this point. So I'm going to go ahead. I'm going to engage the autopilot down here. And
Set climb power.
and it's asked me to set climb power. That's these switches down here. 1. Oh, Mace, here. 2. There we go. And it's maintaining pitch right here. And wait for it to accelerate through. Now, once it hits 250, what I'm going to do now, though, actually, what I'm thinking about it is going to go ahead and let's turn this aircraft around, because we've got to go and intercept that radio. So it's almost going to be a bit of a 360 here. We'll go ahead and I will select heading. There's a lot to think about here, boys and girls. Just monitoring that speed. Okay, let's have a look at our thing. Landing gear up, flaps are done, lift dumpers in, yes. RPM TGT check, yes, everything's in the green. We're slightly below 100. We want to be about 96.7 or something, 95.5 actually. Landing and flare lights out, okay. Flare lights out. Okay, let's turn all this off then. It's telling us to. Pressurization, auto on for anti-ice. If you get the icing indicator, which is up on here, that's when you want to go ahead and turn your icing on. What's it saying here? Pressurization. Yep, you can see pressurization starting to come up, so that's good. That's what we want to see. Our speed is low. Pitch is a little bit... I think we just want to pull this... I don't even know if this actually controls the pitch, to be honest. Doesn't seem to. I'm going a bit slow here. So maybe using this here. Pitch down. See, I did that, but it's still trimmed back. That's a very interesting situation. Okay, so that's pretty much it in terms of taking off. Okay, now we're heading towards, if we look at our map here, this is cheating obviously, but we're heading towards the line. So what I want it to do, we have got a VOR lock here, it's saying, so I can probably go ahead and select beam. And that should align nicely with the VOR on 133 radial. Don't crash. Okay, Kurtinda. I'll try not to, but can't guarantee it. So this is one thing I'm not happy with, is this pitch thing. I don't get it. See, we are 10,000 feet. I don't get this pitch. See, I'm losing speed. I need to pitch forward, but why won't it let me? Because I pitch forward, but then it rotates back. So maybe I need to take off pitch. I'm just using this manually now, but I'm definitely slow. I'm definitely slow, and I can't control the pitch. So if anyone knows what's going on here, that would be handy. So I'm on beam. Beam's good. So. But it just wants to pitch up. Why? What have I not done? There's obviously something I haven't done. I think you need to hold the pitch quite a while. It will trim back a bit, but not all the way. Right. Oh, right. Okay, mate. try that. We're starting to nose up big time, losing a lot of speed here. Pitch forward, please. Seems to be, forces seem to be working against each other. Look at this, I'm really put nosing up here. Why? Come down? Is it coming down? Look at that speed come right off there. Yeah, this is an issue. Small blue button next to the red roll button controls the pitch. Yeah. This one here, right? I've got it. It's better to assign it to buttons. Okay, let's set transition altitude here, ladies and gentlemen. We've intercepted our VOR, by the way. We're on VOR lot, we're on nav 133, 114, so that should be good. How far to 43? So we go here. Where am I? Here, okay, we're coming back. We're coming back. Okay. Yeah, but pitch is an issue here. Look, what pitch am I at now? Okay, it's below 10 now. What's the speed? But the speed's very, very slow. So let's just rev this right forward. See, it doesn't want to. It goes so far and then it just stops and then it comes all the way back. Why? See, this pitch is back here. Is it this here? Is it this here, this trim that's conflicting with it? So I really need to be accelerating through to center console down. Yeah, this one here, yep. Blue button's nose down, center console down. Yeah, I know, I've been using that. But you watch, see? I go like this, pitching forward, see that? And then it's just, something's working against it, see? And then I let it go, and it pitches, and it trims right back again, see? That's what you're talking about, I assume. Okay, so maybe there's a conflict on my pitch or something like that. I don't know what's happening here. I'm on a... It could be wind. Is this a wind? It must be. That must be our course, right? It must just be. Anyway, while I'm thinking about it, let's go ahead and just sort out our next leg, which is going to be down to. It's going to be 176 is the thingy, and it's Woodburn, and Woodburn is 115.6. So let's dial that in now. 115.6, and so that's good, and 176 on the course, so that's going to be our next 5, 6. Okay, so speed is starting to go up now. Okay, it's starting to correct itself a little bit here, so that's good. And so let's set our heading to our current heading. Okay, looks like we're starting to... Anyway, we're on 250 now, so I think we can go IAS now, right? We're right on 250, so that's a good decision, it seems like. It takes some time to react. Right, I'm with you. So there we are, ladies and gentlemen, but roughly 45 minutes to take off. Somehow you get this plane set up faster than the ATR. Appreciate it. Here we are, boys. It is a cool looking plane. And I do actually like the fact that it's forcing me into relearning my VOR navigation, something I've done very little of. So what it's telling me here, ladies and gentlemen, down here is that we're heading towards the VOR on the 133, because I've got 133 dialed in here into the Hamilton VOR, and it's telling me we're 26.5 nautical miles, so this is reducing down as we head towards it. As we get very close to it, what it's going to do is then flick, it's going to actually flick off, and that once we go over the top of it, that will go then back, but then what I'll do is we'll maintain our heading, and then as we cross over the VOR, I'll then dial in the 176 course down to the Woodburn VOR. But so far so good. So this recognises that it's picking up both the AP and the flight director, picking it up. It's green, which is good. So it must be wind that's causing this deviation, I would imagine. Too many controls. Well, it's definitely different. I mean, obviously, you know, in the A320, what you'd be doing is, obviously, we'll set it now, and it will just follow the course. With this, every time you go past a navigation aid, you've got to set yourself up to go to the next navigation aid, which is pretty ace. So it's definitely a lot more interesting than like sitting there and just letting it do its thing. You know, this particular flight does not have many VORs. It's a very simple flight down to Christchurch. Now, this is maintained 250 really nicely, so that's great. Happy with that. We're 21,000 feet, so we're not climbing particularly quickly, but that's fine. I've just got to go over here. We're actually revving the engine too much here. Oh, actually, HP is the bit. HP should be 90. It's fine. There we go. Yep, that's where we should be. So once we get to cruise altitude, we then have to really monitor our throttles just to make sure that we don't overspeed. It's really easy to overspeed if you're not watching what you're doing. We're 15.1 nautical miles away. Yeah, your speed is going up, so it's all good. Yeah, mate. Yeah. We got it sorted in the end. It was a little bit... Right, release crew. I don't know if you can hear that. I've got them in cages. But, whew, I tell you what, there's a lot of mucking around here. A lot of stuff, but it's a lot of fun, I've got to say. Okay, we have set our altimeter to... No, we have not. We have now. We have now. Yeah, this here set standard. Up here, this little screw. Okay, right. 10 nautical miles away, ladies and gentlemen. So once we get to within about 5, what I'm going to do is go on to heading mode using the thing here, and then we'll fly through on that heading, and then we'll set up and go on to nav 2. Actually, I think I'm going to have to. Yeah. So what I'll do is. Yeah, what I'm actually going to have to do, go into heading, at 5 nautical miles out, go to heading, I'll change this course to 176. Hold on, what am I going to do here? Because it's going to be the 176 outbound on, on this, so I'll have to use the outbound radial. Yeah, so that's what I've got to do. I'm going to have to use the outbound radial on nav 1 until I can pick up the new VOR station, because I think we'll be too far away. Okay, so I'll go ahead and put this on heading mode. We change this to 176. It's still tuned to the Hamilton VOR. So what I'm doing here is I'm saying let's get that sorted. We'll cross over once it flicks back. Once it goes over the VOR, I'll then engage nav 1 and we'll be then flying out on the 176 radial away from Hamilton. All this New Zealand flying, I never knew how impressive Mount Taranaki is. I know, it's not bad. Where is it? Are we anywhere near it? Okay. So let's just... I should actually be on speed 280 now, by the way, I think, from memory. But let's just go with this. 270 I think it should be. But let's just go with this. It's fine. Okay. 4.1. 4.2. Okay, we're there. Let's go on to the... beam is really what I wanted to be on. Nav 1. And I think I've cocked this up. So what's happened? It should be turning right. Why is it not? Beam, heading. I think I need to... I'm going to go and intercept it this way. I think I need to do it this way. Oh, we're still in heading mode. Because it doesn't recognise it yet. This may not be correct, everybody, but let's just go with it. See, the arrow's pointing backwards on... So that means I'm going away from the thingy, from the... VOR. So let me just really give it a sharp intercept. So what I'm trying to do is make this line should start coming back, and then once it intercepts, it should then go to beam mode only, and these should go green on the 176 outbound from Hamilton. That's what I'm picking should happen. Don't quote me. Anything could happen. So is that starting to come in? may not have done this quite correctly, everybody. Oh, this really... M7, hold on, let's have a look. Yeah, we are heading toward... Heading beam. Okay, I'm really putting a sharp angle on this now. Why is the nav2 here? Why is it not showing up on here? I thought... because it hasn't found it yet, that's why. Okay, there's something I'm not doing right here, team. We'll figure it out. VOR's good. Good. But... Oh no, we're not even there yet, that's why. Oh, we're almost there. This line should really start moving soon. Yep, here it is. It is moving. It is moving. We can see it here. So what I'm expecting is that when it gets... Yes, it's got heading got automatically turned off. Beam goes on, and now we're going to intercept the radial. So I think... So that's good. That's exactly what I was expecting. So that's good. So I had to use the... I'd use the heading to get us there. That's a good trick for young players. So I think that this is the nav2 DME. So once this becomes active, I then know that I can go on the inbound 176 radial into Woodburn. I'm pretty sure that's what's happening. I'm pretty sure that's what this indicator here is. Oh, what's this here? That's it. That's saying DME1. I wonder if there's another display for... Yeah, I'm almost certain that's the case. Because VORs only have a certain, a certain range, if you like. Does it say? Range or power, high altitude? Let's do some Googling here, ladies and gentlemen. Range of HF VOR. VOA stations fairly short range. The signals are line sight between Shadman and Shadman are useful for up to 200 nautical miles. Okay, we should start to be able to pick it up soon. That's nav2 indeed. Yeah, I thought so, mate. Thank you. So so the way I see this is that once we start seeing numbers on here, it means it's reading the station into nav2, so we can then switch to nav2. And it will determine, it will fly the 176 radial inbound to Woodburn. At the moment, it's pointing backwards, this arrow, this little triangle, so we are flying the outbound 176 radial from Hamilton. Hopefully that makes sense. Also, if you turn the yellow marker at the speed dial, your artificial horizon shows whether you're slow or faster than that speed. I find it easy to keep that speed during the cruise that way. Oh, okay. So we want to have that at I think 256 is the go, mate. Oh, so we're fast. Okay, I see. Alright, speed. So I just pull this back a little bit. And here we go. Here's the indicator right there. I knew it would be useful flying with you guys. Whew. My God, guys. There's a lot to do. I'm loving it, though. This is going much, much better than I expected. I have to admit. I have to admit. Okay, so we're on beam here, so that means we're flying along nicely. On the radial. This saying is that we're about right here. No, it's saying, hold on, we're fast, eh? We're fast. I see. Oh, okay, I see, that's the line. What? What am I getting terrain for? Oh, shit. Tinder. Oh, thanks, mate. That came out, I was like, what's going on? I forgot that was my notification. Contender coming in with the Australian dollar, which is about 9 million New Zealand dollars. Thanks very much, mate. But I just got to say, guys, just keep your money, spend it on add-ons. But I do appreciate it. Thanks, mate. Yeah, it's fast. Yeah, it's fast. Thanks, Contender. I appreciate it. Let's just pull back this a bit before we start to overspeed, ladies and gentlemen. Thanks again, mate. Appreciate it. Oh my God. I wonder what was going on. I was like, how could we be in terrain here? This is not a built-up area in New Zealand. It's pretty flat. Oh, well, I mean, apart from, well, some mountains around. Yeah.
Terrain. Pull up.
D1.
Oh, you get it twice.
Pull up.
You get it twice. Why is my notifications not working? Oh, my alerts are off. Okay, sorry. Had my alerts off. No, I didn't. I had them on. Ah. Oh, my session had expired. So you didn't get my normal alerts anyway. How's the boat come along, Mace? Oh shit, did I just... Well. Fuel pump. So it's been a bit of a bloody challenge. We had to get, so I'll talk you through it. In a minute, just give me a second. So essentially, we bought the boat, had a lot of hours on it, like 4,000 on each engine. So it's got like 280 horsepower Volvos, something like that. Diesel engines. So two pretty decent sized engines. So no worries. We knew that it had a lot of hours on it, and we knew that probably not in the near future, but eventually we're going to have to totally recondition them because it's just the nature of owning a boat and dealing with engines like that. So no dramas. However, when we bought it, we got a pre-inspection done by the marine technician. No dramas. Went through and found a couple of things. Had to realign one of the shafts. Had to put a seal in there. It was leaking a little bit of diesel, a few other things. So all good. No dramas. So fix that. All good. What we then found though was every time we take it out, it would blow a lot of black smoke. Now diesel engines aren't the cleanest, from a smoke point of view anyway. However, this was a lot, and it would put a thick film on the back of the boat in the cockpit, like way too much. So anyway, we decided to get it checked out properly again once we brought it back down home. And to cut a long story short, essentially they took the head off and the injectors were completely munted. Absolutely munted. So I had to replace all the injectors in it. At the same time, we got the turbos inspected and they were completely munted. Like, they weren't even spinning, basically. They were completely stuffed. So the guy hadn't done a great job of maintaining it. He'd put cheap filters in it and stuff like that. And so, all good. So we got the filters replaced. We got all that done. And the time that we got the head taken off and the injectors replaced, we had to get the fuel pumps reconditioned and stuff like that too at the same time. All good. Frickin' expensive, I tell you. Very expensive. But no worries. Anyway, so made a massive difference, and then the boat was going beautifully. But what we noticed just recently, and this was obviously happening all the time, was that the right-hand exhaust, there was kind of a bit of blue smoke. It wasn't blue smoke, it's actually kind of whitish smoke, and whereas the other one didn't. And so we got we thought it might be fuel timing, got that checked. It was slightly out, but not enough to do that. And so it appears that the repair that was done on the fuel pump originally wasn't quite, like something's happened and it's like there's air coming in, it's not, or something's happened and it's not distributing the right amount of fuel down into the engine, and that's why it's blowing that smoke out of that side. So last week they came in and took the pump away, so it's in the workshop to get sorted. So just been one thing after another. And a whole lot of other little things that we knew about. But yeah, the engine's been the main thing. And we kind of have just said to ourselves that, we'll get it right. We're not going away doing a whole lot of travelling until it's right. We're not going to risk it because it's just, you can do some major damage. So, that's where it's at. So we've had it since just before Christmas last year. I got to go out a day and a half in between Christmas and New Year's, and I've had one day on the water since then, and that's it. But in the last 2 weeks, I've stayed on it a few nights, which has been good. Just as a floating hotel, took my daughter down, and we just had a couple of nights on and stuff. So that was fun. But the only good thing about it, or the only saving grace kind of thing, is that the weather's been shit. There hasn't really been that many opportunities to get out anyway, so I don't feel as bad. But it still sucks. Don't get me wrong. It still sucks. So we're now 65 nautical miles away from Hamilton. So that's my story, mate. That's my story. Fun and games. Gotta love it. Me and Mayday are flying in formation, which I think is excellent, so that's good. Sounds like a pain in the ass, but it'll be worth an end, yeah, definitely. So we've been basically very fastidious, I don't know if that's the right word, or strict on the fact that we are not going to take it out unless everything's working like it should. Oh, that's the other thing, the frickin' toilet. It's got an onboard toilet and the frickin' pump blew out on that. So all the poop and crap wouldn't go overboard, just for your information. So yeah. So just a lot of shit. Anyway, let me sort out this. What are we going to do, ladies and gentlemen? Let's go down here. Oh, the door's shut. There we go. I'm just not used to walking forwards. Let's see this. We'll walk down into the cabin here, ladies and gentlemen. And let's set up some custom views down the back here. Oh, I like how it's... The little whistle this engine has is interesting. I'm not sure if I like it or not, to be honest. So what seats do we want to be in? Probably this one here, eh? Maybe this one here. Yeah, I think this is the go, isn't it? It's... Oh, Mace, what are you doing? And then we go here. We sidle across to this row here. And we do this. Here we go. So there. Hold on. There. 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 Beautiful. Speed is slightly slow. Let's just keep adjusting it. Are you planning on going on a long trip around New Zealand or even something across Australia? Oh, I wouldn't make it to Australia. Wouldn't make it to Australia. It's like I could handle it, kind of, as long as the Tasman Sea didn't really rough up. It just doesn't have the range to get there. But no, we're not going to go right around New Zealand. Like we've got boating in our local area in the top northeast part of New Zealand is outstanding. So we can go out into the Hauraki Gulf most weekends, but during Christmas we'll go right up to the Bay of Islands, out to Great Barrier, down to the Coromandel. There's heaps of really good places to go to. So really lucky here, really, really lucky. So this hasn't sparked up yet, but it just might mean that we're still miles away. Where are we? There we go. Yeah, we're still quite a long way away. So yeah, it's been a bit of a bloody challenge, but it's we knew the engine was going to be that it was old. So it's just one of those things. Just one of those things, ladies and gentlemen. I might just adjust the view slightly just so we get the wing in, I think. Yeah. Nice. Beautiful. But yeah, no, it's definitely a lot of fun anyway, the times we have been out there, which is their fault, but that's cool. Yeah, this speed thing's good. I love it. Okay, so what do we know? We are now... have we lost the VOR? We've lost that VOR. So we'll just maintain this radial. We're kind of in the middle of nowhere right now, so we'll just maintain this course. And hopefully that's all good, I think. I'm surprised. This will come activate soon, surely. And then we can flick over to nav 2. We should also start thinking about our approach. Let's get a METAR in Christchurch here. I'm pretty sure that it's a southerly type wind. Oh, let me guess. It's not going to be low enough. We'll figure it out closer to the time. We'll be looking to ILS it into runways 20. In fact, let's just bloody add it into our approach. Runway 2, not RANAV, ILS runway 20. Probably ODC is going to be the one. So there you go there. So when we come down here, we'll just have to kind of intercept it ourselves, which is fine. I mean, how did they do this in the past? like these intersections, you can't navigate via intersections on this thing, can you? Or can you? I don't think an intersection's got like a... No, it's just a waypoint, eh? Have to figure that out. Anyway, we're heading our way down the island here. Speed is a little bit fast, but not bad. Just constantly adjusting, which is sweet. Listen to those engines, eh, boys? Beautiful. Love it. So yeah, I'd say that it's definitely a unique aircraft. So whether you want to shell it for $50, really is going to come down the type of flying that you enjoy. I think, you know, if you're into GA flying, well, obviously this is going to appeal. If you're into the fly-by-wire, you know, set and forget kind of thing, then maybe this might be a little bit too busy for you. But if you're looking for something a bit of a challenge, then yeah, you know, it's definitely a fun aircraft to fly. Like I say, a lot more to do while you're in the air. You've got to think about it, and it gets you engaged with the charts a bit more. Also thinking about your navigation. Still not engaged. It's still not picking it up. Have I got it correct? Let's just double check just in case. Am I halfway? I'm getting close to being there. It depends on the. Obviously depends on the. So 115.6. Yes, that's correct. It also depends on the range of the individual VOR and the location. So you need line of sight, obviously. So it might have a. You never know. Could be a few reasons, and we're still right in that area of uncertainty. I wonder how this would have handled it in the past, in the real world back in the time. Speed is slightly low, but good. I'm happy with that. Put it up just a touch. Yeah. Anyway, a lot going on. Yeah, so the key is yeah, the VO cut out too early for me as well, and still haven't picked up on the next one. Should come shortly, yeah, mate. So I suppose, yeah, my question would be that you couldn't fly airways in this thing, right? It's not designed for that. It's VOR to VOR, right? So how did they do this back in the day? Because, yeah, that's, I suppose what they did is as they approached Christchurch, so about 30 nautical miles out or whatever, they tuned the ILS, and then they just know that to get on track, they're going to have to go out to the, I think just a little bit by feel, I suppose. I don't know. We're pretty fast now, ladies and gentlemen. Cool. Okay, we're at Cozy Cole over there in the 7-3. Mayday's in his F28. I have to finish this flight some other time. Got things to do and places to go. It was fun flying those. See you next time. Sweet as, Mayday. Good to see you. Good to see you. Thanks for jumping in. From Von rocking this V22 again. Space Pepe, how you going? Good to see you. Uh, 233 nautical miles to go. So we're around about 90 nautical miles is when we're going to start making our descent, somewhere around there. We could actually figure it out. Let's use the top descent. Does this actually work? Let's figure it out. Sync. Sync. Target altitude. I think it's 2,000 500. Yep. 80 nautical miles. Here we go. I think if we go to our charts and we actually look at the overlay here. Oh, no. Oh, cancel this. Look at the chart overlay. I think it's 2,500 coming in here with 2,600, is it? 2,000. Almost miles off. John, people arriving on boats from far away in Australia. Been there, done that. Here we go. 82 nautical miles is top of this end. We'll take that. Not sure about the descent, but the ILS chart shows a DME arc at 13 nautical miles at 2,000 feet. I guess New Zealand removed all VOR stars. Most airports still have some. Right. ILS chart show DME arc. It does too. Of 13 at 2,000 feet. Okay, get down 2,000, yeah. It's 196. So I assume, like, I mean, you tune it in and about, probably around 25 out, something like that. I'm picking that's where you start to, you can tune in the ILS and then line up, I assume. I'll just have to kind of play it by ear a little bit. Have you picked up Nav 2 yet? Looks like we're on the Cook Strait. We're getting very close to the top of the South Island here. Yeah, I'd say I'm surprised we haven't picked it up yet. Why? Just test it, make sure it's working. Have I got it tuned correctly? 115.6, I've already looked at that. Oh, you just picked it up. Okay, beautiful. Beautiful. Oh, can't see anything. No, can't see something. Alan, you seem to be keeping up all right. I'm impressed with that with the range of that thing. Oh yeah, I've got it now. 80, there we go. Let's nav 2 then. I don't think it's going to grab it though. I think I've got to intercept it, don't I? So I think I'm going to have to put the heading around. I'm pretty sure this is how I do it, right? Like this, and then go to, oh, hold on, no, bang, 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 bang. That's what I need to do, bang, Mace, act together, mate. So 1, okay, that's good. Okay, so now, next one. Next one's Christchurch. And it's on 183, so we'll put 183 into the course on nav 1, and it's 115.3, so we'll go ahead and we'll dial this up. 115.3. Oh, Mace, what are you doing? Mace, grab the, shit. Okay. Oh, we got there. Oh, zip. Yeah, I think that's good. And we've got the line. Yes, all right, Mace. I think we've got this. 226 knots ground speed for you. Are you staying up with us? And our ground speed must be way. Oh, hold on. What's the wind look like? What is my ground speed? I don't have a bloody clue what it is, to be honest. But 250 indicated, so I'd assume we're well more than that on the ground, but then again, it could be a massive headwind. Okay, so our landing is 143, 134. Okay. Here we go. Look at this. Too slow. That map is way too slow for me. Alright. Well, I reckon so far so good, ladies and gentlemen. What do you think? So far so good. So once we hit Christchurch, it's going to give us our DME to be able to sort out our top of descent too. So that's going to help us big time, because it's going to show us our distance to Christchurch. And so it's about 82. Around about 80 we'll start descending. I assume we just take it off. We just take it off indicated airspeed, and we just or do we? Oh, do we just reduce down this? I don't know how we do it. We'll have to figure it out. I'm doing 338, but I'm flying slow. How do you know what your speed is, mate? Is there an indicator on here? Is there like a ground speed indicator? I'm flying a bit slow here too at the moment. Or have you got on a little nav map or something? Or does it show me on my Navigraph, does it? Oh, actually, it shows me up the top here. Ground speed, 361. There we go. It's on my overlay. That's because there's a slew function. Okay, that works. It's a bit bright out there. Not much happening out there. Anyway, I'm feeling good about VOR navigation. Well, relatively good. See my message above. You can see the ground speed on the DME, third button, but need to pick up something on the second radio. You can see the ground speed on the DME. Can you? Oh. Oh, right. In here, is it? But yeah, we haven't got anything at the moment, so. So we're just 53 nautical miles away from Woodburn, top of the South Island here. Woodburn used to be an Air Force base, in fact. I think it still might be. This is where Peter Jackson's got a whole lot of his planes stored, I think. Okay, John's up here in the Vision Jet. He's got a new PC, not sure if you mentioned. Oh no, haven't you? Ah, you got a new PC. Didn't know that. Did I tell you about my boat, Alan? I'm now just about to overspeed. Colin says F28 also in development. Assume they will have more powerful engines. Maybe, I don't know. Probably. No idea. There's an approach. Here's the approach here, right? So I assume approach and then the glide slope, right? So I think it'll be sweet. If not, if in doubt, risk it. Could even get up the manuals here, ladies and gentlemen. We'll move them over here though. And let's look at the ILS show. Okay. Approach and landing. Okay, as we prepare to intercept the ILS, arm both the beam and the glide autopilot modes. Okay. With these modes armed, the autopilot will automatically intercept and capture both the localizer and glide slope beams. Okay, as we pass 5,000, engage pitch mode and reduce speed to 200 knots. Use speed brakes if necessary. Deliver up. Rotate the mode selector to GS Auto. Oh yeah, right, okay, good. Okay. This is actually making sense, ladies and gentlemen. Okay, so the heading, I want to, so we want to go 183, right? We'll just have to kind of figure this out. Should be fine. Actually want to keep current heading. 26 to go. As in Just Flight working on it. Yes, yeah, I knew what you mean. Yeah, they're pumping out some good aircraft, boys. Okay, I think what I do need to do is in the notes here, just better. I think in the notes I just better say. Just put in John has a new PC in my notes just to remind myself. I think that'll be quite good. Future reference, just in case. Don't want to forget that one. Yes, I'll be flying out on the. So what I'll do is I'll go on manual mode. I'll go to heading. Hold on, Mace, get this shit together. I will go on to heading mode. Once we get close to the VOR, I'll change this course to 183, and then we'll be on the 183 outbound until we intercept the 183 inbound into Christchurch. Beautiful. I think I've absolutely nailed it. Slow again. It's quite touchy, this bloody thing. You got to constantly monitor it. Turn up these lights here. There we go. Okay, right. Bright is good. Have you added your own songs inside your cabin? Sounds like you can input WAV files. Really? Oh, that would be outstanding. 12.3 boys. Look over the top of the South Island. That's Farewell Spit there, that very skinny spit that goes out. Marlborough Sounds down under here. And nothing over there. Looking amazing. We know the distance between the two between that. 133 nautical miles. Okay. So we know that 50 nautical miles away from Woodburn is when I start my descent, if I haven't got picked up Christchurch. So that's good to know. Okay, we're down to 7.6 here, ladies and gentlemen. Yeah, import the WAV files and play some well-known tunes on stream. I mean, what could go wrong? That was a long time ago, Alan. Okay, so just thinking about this VOR station at the moment. So what we're going to do here, ladies and gentlemen, 5.1. So we're now going to go to heading mode, and then we're going to change this to 183. And once we pass over the VOR, we'll go back to nav 2, and then go to beam. Oh well, we can just probably do that now. In fact, go. No, we can't. 183 on 115.6. Nav 2. Yep. Now we put it on beam, and it should. It's on heading at the moment, but it should. Okay. Maybe I need to do this and then intercept it. Here it is here. Outbound 183. That should start to come. Yes, there it is, beam. It's picked it up. Beautiful. Okay, that will straighten itself out. And we're looking good. So once it picks up, so we know that 50 nautical miles on the dial. Here's when we get to start our descent. So let's just take a look at what doing the descent is all about. You set your altimeter, so we'll put that on 2,000 feet. And then you engage your IS autopilot mode and retard the throttles for approximately 80 HP RPM. Okay, nice. Where are they at the moment? Oh, jeez, what's the speed look like? The speed's fine, so I don't need to worry about that at the moment. It's cool. And there we go. We have now intercepted. So if we just take a quick look here, we should be right on this purple line. We are indeed. Look at that. Beautiful. Of course, they wouldn't be able to bring up their Navigraph charts, electronic ones at least, when they flew these. I have to go and refill my beer. Yes, I have been having a couple quiet beers. You too can drink beers and fly the F28 Professional. Everything's looking good. Here goes the pressurization right here, so that's good. Passengers won't be dying right now. Well, only out of fear, which is, you know, fair enough. Be back in a couple of minute or so, everybody. I'm back, so you don't need to worry. Okay. So far, so good, ladies and gentlemen. So 32.3. Smudge. This is definitely a bit dirty. I mean, what are they doing? Could have cleaned it. Not quite as good as Kiwi here, obviously. Excuse me. All right. What do you guys think of this aircraft thus far? Let me know. In the comments, what do you think? Is it the sort of thing you're into? Oh, look at that. Beautiful. I think it's bloody enjoyable, to be fair. Visibility 6 and heavy rain. Oh, what? Needed the challenge. Okay, so this is saying 41, so let's just start getting this down to 2,000. Once it hits about 50, I've got to set IAS mode and pull this back to about 80. Sorry, these back to about 80. Is to go. I absolutely love this plane. So much fun to fly. Yes, I've got to say it's taken a little bit just to get my head around it, but now that I've sort of, well, I mean, so far so good. It's going to be interesting on an approach here to see what happens. Hard to go wrong with Just Flight. Just look great. Yeah, definitely. Seems like a nice plane, says Alan, but this, the HR stuff like that, not for me personally. If I'm not in the Phoenix, it's GA or Warbirds. Fair enough. Totally fair enough. Right, I'm starting to send now, ladies and gentlemen, because I'd rather have seen it a little bit early, so I'm just going to pull, we'll go to IAS, and I'm just going to pull this back to 80, and the nose is going to start to go down. And we're looking for about 1,000 feet per minute. Yep, we're starting to go now. So what I need to do is set this pressurization altitude here. We need to set this to airport elevation, so it's like 200 meters or something, not even that. It's probably like 50 meters or something, isn't it? I don't know, I don't get it. That's as far as it goes. Okay, I'm not too sure about that. Anyway, let's just go with that. I'm not too sure how that works, to be fair. Oh, now we've packed up Christchurch, so we'll go ahead and go to nav 1. You little ripper. Okay, how we're looking for descent rate? Here, nearly 1,000. Okay, that's good. Wait until we get to 25,000 feet. Okay, that's good. Okay, I'm just going through my checklist here, ladies and gentlemen. We're going to change these here to take off, which is good. Confirm our landing speeds using the speed reference card. We'll be landing with. Okay, so we're going to be landing with flaps 42, so 121. Click the card. There we go. And now my reference bugs are on here at 122. No, they're not. What's going on? Landing. Confirm our landing speeds using speed reference bug. We'll be landing flaps 42 in the current... Click on the card to set the speed reference bug on the ADI. Okay. Did that work? I don't know if that worked, ladies and gentlemen. Anyway. Set our decision right to 200 feet. It is. As we descend through 25, slowly retard the throttles to idle and the aircraft will pitch down. Okay. Oh, there's a cancel button on this here somewhere. This one. That one. There we go. Down to idle. Get down to about 2,000. We're not quite idle there, but that's fine. Okay, so we need to set up for our ALS here. What are the details? The details are 196. And 115.3. Oh, it's the same. Of course it is. Okay, we are at about 2,000. That's good. They were pretty quick with the Archer and 146 here for sure. Also, just flights updates or how slow they are bother me. Well, this one's already had an update. As we descend through 10,000 feet. Okay, right. So far, so good. I think we can retard the throttles just a little bit more. It's supposed to be on idle, apparently. There we go. Let's go idle. Now we're really... Oh, yeah, that's fine. All right, team. Why are we on roll and not beam? Did I accidentally do that, did I? So we'll need to do is, I'm just wondering, so how does this, like, how would they have done it? Like, to get onto this ILS? Am I just fudging it, basically? I assume? Oh yeah, we've got to intercept it manually. Okay, that makes sense. Okay, I'm actually reading, for this here, ladies and gentlemen, I'm reading the manual, and it's good because it gives additional explanation to the checklist, which is good. All right, 2,000 feet, they're thereabouts. We're through 18,000 on here. Transition altitude is 13,000, so we'll just wait for that. 49.2 away from Christchurch. Altitude's pretty good on that, I think. Of course it has. It was released 5 minutes ago, just historically with the arrows, yeah. The one time where they didn't fix them, that's right, yeah. I remember when one of the sim updates or something, eh? Right, boys and girls. This, so, like, fingers crossed, but so far, this flight has gone pretty bloody well. Which really is 2 reasons. Number one, the help that Ronald has given me, most appreciated. But also, I think just how, like, the help, the checklist and the help that they give you really helps. That's why it's called help. Okay, we seem to be maintaining about 2,000. It's good. How are you going? What's happened to Ronald? Ronald's disappeared. Or did he pause? Bond Rock's there. Base Pepe. John. What happened to Ronald? Get a couple of screenies while we can, ladies and gentlemen. Okay, 38.8. Starting to get to D-Day. Oh, below you, are you? Oh. Well, maybe I need to use some speed brake then. Is that the speed brake? Yeah. Hold on. Is this speed brake? What? Is it out? This thing's not slowing down. Hold on. You have to put it right out there. Ah, there we go. That's right it. There we go. In the back there. Okay. Set altimeter. Okay, let's get these lights on. Lights, 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 lights. That's all good. Alright. Okay, let's look at this. As we descend 3,000 feet, you engage pitch mode. Pitch. Engage pitch mode and extend the speed brake so the speed decreases below 250. We've done that. Once below 250, probably pitch up a bit, eh? Sort of below 250. Sort of above 250 at the moment. That's a big foot. Come on. Right on 250. Okay, now engage. Okay, with the... Okay, now it's time to intercept, right? Get close to intercepting, so I need to be about... So heading, I reckon I need to be about... something like this. So it's now go heading. On both the mode selector. Yep, there. With the edge when freed, we can input the RLS frequency. It's actually on number 2, but we'll put it on number 1. 96. I'm not really slowing down right here, boys. I am a little bit. If we had nav aid and now no smoking on. Yes, confirm engine set to auto. Engine anti-icing set to auto. Auto. Airfoil anti-icing set to off. Airfoil anti-icing, I think that's off. Pretty sure. Oh shit, I'm right down an altitude here, boys. Whoa, lag. Major lag. Turn on and extend landing lights as we approach beam and glide mode. Well, where am I? I think I can probably head over here a little bit more. Okay, we can probably get rid of that speed brake. It's asking for flaps. No, not yet, not yet. No, it's my fault. Beam, glide. No, it's not going to give it to me yet. Let's go heading. Gauge pitch mode reduced to 200 knots. It is. That's 11. Okay, I do need to do this. Okay, I feel very low. As we less than 200 knots and select flaps 11, yes it is. Reduce spots speed to 160. I mean, this is cheating doing it this way, really. Isn't it? Here we go. Beam and glide. It won't let me do glide for some reason. Get down to 160 and it's saying go to GS Auto. The aircraft will intercept, localise and get right turn line up with the runway. When the glide slope indicator 1 dot above, select gear down. Need to reduce our speed a bit here, ladies and gentlemen. Okay, we're kind of there. GS Auto, yep. Okay, altimeter, landing light switches on. Yes, yes. Landing gear down. Not yet, not yet, not yet. How far we got? 16. We're still a little way out here before we do start to intercept. And the unrivaled skill of the pilot below you. Oh yeah, I'm with you. Yep. Yes. Speed is going down. You got to give. You got to. The landing gear takes quite a bit of time to. There we go. Oh, I think this is early, but let's just go with it. I got a funny feeling we're not intercepting the glide slope here. I think we're a little bit to the right. Oh no, we're right on it. Okay, that's good. Maybe down to 142. The flight directors will provide guidance for landing. Okay, so it's this going down, I assume. Why is that glide bit still not happening?
Speed.
Okay.
Speed.
Yep, I got you. I got you.
Speed.
I haven't got any of my ILS indicators here, boys.
Speed.
Yeah, okay.
Speed. Speed. Speed.
Speed control test. Okay, this is a little bit wonky, ladies and gentlemen. Glide's still not happening here. I'm not quite getting it. I think it's because I'm so far out. I'm not actually. Okay. HIO 1.5. It's not even. Let me get my chart right. Have I got this dialed in correctly? Yeah, 115 point. Localizer is actually, is it 110.3, is it? I think I cocked this up, boys. 110, is it? It is. What a dick. What an absolute dick. And now I'm okay. I'm below it at the moment. It's fine. Helps if you get that right, team. Another. And
Course
B.
bar active. Localizer.
Beautiful. Okay, now we're in the reduced to 142. Flaps 25. We are currently flaps 25. Getting to 142. We are. Jeez. Okay, that's good learning there, boys. It's fine. Let's get control
Right
gears.
slow.
Yep. And it should just intercept it now. And start to descend now. I want to see that go down here, boys. Yes, we do. At 500 feet AGL, full flaps and reduced to 132. Arm the lift dumpers. Beautiful. I feel like I'm very high, but it might be just... Disconnect the autopilot cutout button. Is this the cutout button, is it? No, not yet. Okay, full flaps. We're looking for 132 on the dial, which is... Let speed brake out. So I've got to actually manually do the speed brake. All right. Oh yeah. Good luck, everybody. Let me slow down a bit here. I need to get a button assignment for the speed brake. I don't have it. Autopilot off. Speed is pretty good. A little bit low.
Light slow.
A bit of power here, boys. A little bit low. It's fine. Just go with it. Bringing it back. It's not too bad. I think it's pretty good.
Feet to minimum.
A little bit high.
Minimums.
I'm very high here. Let's just get this off. Threshold. Re-brake. Whoa, Mace. Flare. Whoa, 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 whoa. Whoa, whoa.
20. 10.
Whoa. Why aren't these things working? Speed brake. That will help. Why isn't not my... Oh, they are now. Okay. Okay, boys. Okay. What was my landing... Yeah, I need to get a button assignment for the speed brake. That was just a pain in the ass having to go down there. Okay. Okay, that off. Okay, speed brake can go back in. Landing lights off. Taxi lights on. These can all go off. Strobe can go off. Anti-collision can stay on. ISET can go off. Okay, so APU after landing. APU on. speed brake in, lift dumpers in. We'll grab those in a minute. Lift dumpers are good. Flaps are up. Anti-icing off. Do that in a minute. Off. Your damper off. Standby on the transponder. Windshield heating off or low. Gen switch on. It is on. Standby. Your damper fluctuate lock on. Not yet. Let's just go and park over here, boys. Whew. I'll tell you what, ladies and gentlemen, what an what a flippin' fun aircraft. Okay, let's go ahead and do that. Let's just check this. Airfoil and de-icing off. Off. Yep, that's off. 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 Yep. Pitot good. Windshield heating should be off. Okay, we can do this. Gen switch 3 switch is on. It is indeed. Transponder is on. Your damping's off. Flight control lock can go on now. Engine fire warning. Who cares? After parking brake on. HPQ value off. Air conditioning main switches all off. There we go. Generators 1 and 4 off. How would I do those? Thrust levers off. Fuel bumps. Okay, so we go around. Now this is where you go ahead and you'll just turn off all the switches here, ladies and gentlemen. And lights off. Boom, 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 boom. But what I can do is I can come out here. Oh, actually over here I can do it. Go ahead. We can grab our aircraft. That can go off. We'll open everything up. Let's check it out. Absolutely tremendous, everybody. Hold on. Oh, hold on. My spoiler things are still up. I think that's these, are they? No, why are they still off? Why are they still? How are these still up? How are these still up? No. 183, was it? Nailed that one, Alan, but I thought it must have been closest. Okay, final landing of the upper landing. APU speed brake in. Why are those still out? Speed brake is in. Lift dumper's in. Why is the speed brake? That's the back, isn't it? Why are these things still up? How do I put them down? Why? Flaps still up. Flaps are up, definitely. Yep. Anti-fall, airfoil anti-icing off. Yep. Gen switch, radar, your damping, flight control lock. I don't know why is that up? Oh well, it's going to be a it's going to be a mystery, everybody. They are up, like the spoilers. Why would they be up? I need to find out why. They're still up. I saw them. Why? The manual lift dumper on your throttle is up. It is too. Damn. Hold on. Does it have to be off? Is it on both, is it? No. So I've put them down. no hydraulic power now, I think, or something, is it? That's probably why it's not going down. The small handle on top of your throttle should be in the lower position. Yeah. It's just it's not working now. I think it probably needs some hydraulic power or something, doesn't it? Anyway, who cares? Okay, ladies and gentlemen, there we go. I've got to say, a lot of fun. Absolutely a lot of fun. And definitely keeps you a lot more busier. That's good English, Mace. A lot busier than your standard A320, etc. Still great aircraft to fly, A320s, I love them, but this one definitely keeps you on your toes. So like I say, I think when you look at the package in terms of the visuals, the flight model, which obviously I can't compare it to real life, but all I know is that it's a challenge to keep yourself on course, etc. It's a little bit old school. That's always good. The EFB is good, and also just the manuals, etc. are really good too. So, overall, I think a really good aircraft. Comes down to your personal taste, whether it's something you want to pick up. But yeah, I'm really impressed with it, and I got it from Auckland to Christchurch. We got there safely. Bloody miracle. Maybe no hydraulic pressure. Yeah, 2 litre pump briefly. Yeah. Let's try that, eh? Alright. No, it's got no hydraulic. I'm pretty sure that's the issue. Yeah. Anyway, they can stay up. Keep them good clean at night. But that's a good trick for young players. I should have put that down. Yeah, I completely missed it. Behind yoke. Oh, behind yoke. Oh yeah, no, I was there. Yeah. Anyway, boys and girls, hey, thanks very much for watching. This video was, or this live stream was all about showing around this aircraft just as NeoPixel arrives. How you doing, mate? We've just finished up. You can watch this back though. The stream's just about the end, but like I said, I think I highly rate the aircraft. A lot of fun. May not be everybody's cup of tea, but as always, the Just Flight guys have done a really good job. So I think I will call it there. And appreciate you jumping in and flying along. And we'll definitely get this thing up in the air again for another whirl soon. But thanks very much, everybody. Remember, shut up. Don't eat yellow snow until next time, everybody. Take it easy.